You're not stuck because your fitness program isn't working. You're stuck because you won't stay with anything long enough to let it work. Let that sit in for a second because I see this all the time. People don't fail from lack of effort usually. They fail from constant interruption. Every time progress doesn't show up fast enough, they start looking sideways, second guessing, comparing, Googling, scrolling, searching for something better. And in the process, they abandon the very thing that could have worked if they had just stayed with it. And that right there, my friends, that habit is quietly killing more fitness transformations than anything else. Welcome back to Straight Talk with Abby, where we cut through the noise, call it like it is, and get you out of your own way so you can finally step into the strongest, most confident version of yourself. This is where fitness meets mindset, where discipline beats motivation, and where we stop pretending that the answer is out there somewhere and start building it right where we are. Let's get into it. So again, there is something I see all the time with fitness clients, and honestly, it is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck so much longer than they need to. Somebody will sign up for a fitness program with me. They'll get their workout program. They'll have a plan laid out right in front of them. Before they've even given that plan enough time to breathe, here come the videos. They start sending me clips of some guy on Instagram doing a totally different split, some woman on TikTok swearing by a new method, some fitness influencer promoting the latest secret to fat loss, and then the questioning begins. Should I be doing this instead? What about this? Do you think this works better? Am I doing the wrong thing? And listen, I'm not saying there are not good ideas out there, because there absolutely are. There is a lot of useful information available now, and I actually think being open-minded matters. I love learning. I love discovering smarter strategies. I love being exposed to new ideas. But there is a massive difference between being open-minded and being so easily distracted that you never stay with anything long enough to actually let it work. And that right there is the trap. I know a lot of you are shaking your heads and going, oh my God, can she see my soul? Yes, because a lot of people do this. They're not failing because their plan is terrible. They're failing because they keep interrupting the plan. They keep second guessing the process. They keep acting like results should show up immediately. And when they don't, they assume the answer must be somewhere else. So instead of staying locked in, they go searching, they start Googling, they start comparing, they start hopping from method to method, workout to workout, influencer to influencer, and all of that energy could have gone into execution. It gets wasted on this confusion. That is the part people do not want to hear, but it is absolutely the truth. You do not build a transformed body by constantly looking for a better way after 4 days, 7 days, or even 2 weeks. You build it by choosing a solid plan, someone you believe in, and showing up for it long enough for your body to respond. You build it through repetition. You build it through discipline. You build it through consistency when it feels boring, because it's gonna. When it feels slow, because it's going to. And when you are tempted to believe that somebody else on the internet has the magic answer, you've been missing. Most people aren't lacking any information. They're drowning in it. Let's be real about that. They've consumed so much fitness content that they have confused themselves right out of action. They know 12 ways to train glutes, 9 opinions on carbs, 17 conflicting ideas about cardio, and yet they still are not getting the results they want because, newsflash, knowledge without consistency is useless. At some point, you have to stop researching and just start repeating. At some point, you have to stop asking if there's a better way and start asking whether you have been faithful to the way you already chose. Because let me tell you something that may not sound real flashy, but it's the truth every single time. The body you want, it's built through unsexy, repeated effort. It is built through doing the basics well over and over and over again. It's built through trusting the process when your emotions are trying to talk you out of it. It's built through not panicking every time you see somebody on social media doing some fancy variation with bands hanging from the ceiling with one foot on a Bosu ball like they're auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. And I think what happens to so many people is that they start to mistake novelty for effectiveness. Just because something looks different does not mean it works better. Just because something is trending does not mean it's superior. Just because somebody has a six-pack and a ring light does not mean they have the answer for your body, your goals, your lifestyle, or your long-term success. What works is what you can stay with. What works is what you can repeat. What works is what you will actually do consistently enough to create adaptation, change, strength, confidence, and momentum. That is why consistency is everything. Not 80%, not sort of, not when you feel inspired. 100% commitment to the process is what changes people. If you really want something, nothing will stop you. If you don't want it bad enough, almost anything will. And I don't mean being perfect all the time because perfection is not real. I just mean consistency in your mindset, consistency in your effort, consistency in showing up and doing the work instead of constantly renegotiating with yourself because something shinier popped up online. If you are always digging up the seed to see if it is growing, you're going to kill the very thing you were hoping to build. Let me repeat that again. If you are always digging up the seed to see if it is growing, you are going to kill the very thing you are hoping to build. If every week you're changing your workout, changing your food approach, changing your strategy, changing who you listen to, changing what you believe in, then you are never giving your body the chance to settle to the rhythm that produces results. Progress requires time. Muscle requires time. Fat loss for sustainable fat loss requires time. Confidence absolutely requires time. And none of those things respond well to chaos. So if this is you, my friend, if you have been bouncing from idea to idea, expert to expert, video to video, trying to outsmart the process, let this be the thing that brings you back to center. Stop Googling your way out of your own breakthrough. Stop acting like the answer is always somewhere outside of you, outside of your plan, outside of the work that's right in front of you. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to get grounded. I want you to get disciplined, pick your lane, and stay in it long enough to see what happens when you actually commit. Because the truth is, consistency may not be sexy, but let me tell you something, it is powerful. Consistency may not go viral, but it's what gets you those results. And consistency may not give you the dopamine hit of discovering some brand new trick, but it will absolutely give you something better in the long run. And that is real change. And isn't real change what you came for? So the next time you feel yourself getting distracted, the next time you feel the urge to send your coach 5 videos and question everything because somebody online said they built their dream body doing something completely different, pause for a second and ask yourself this one honest question. Have I truly been consistent enough with my own current plan to earn the right to question it? Because usually the answer is no. Usually what people need is not a new plan. They need deeper trust, stronger commitment, and the maturity to understand that results are earned through staying the course. That's how those bodies change. That's how confidence is built. And that is how transformation happens. Not through constant searching, through consistent doing. Thanks for listening to Straight Talk with Abby. If this episode hit you where you needed it, here's what I want you to do. First, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Transformation is contagious, and you never know who's waiting for exactly this message. Second, if you're ready to stop starting over and start becoming the unstoppable version of yourself, I've got something for you. My audiobook, Your Breakthrough Era, Unstoppable Starts Here, is now available on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon. It's the deeper dive into everything we talk about here. And if you're ready to go all in on your fitness transformation, check out my program, Unstoppable 2.0, my 12-week program that combines fitness, mindset, and identity work to help you become who you're meant to be. You can find all the details at yourfitnesscheck.com. Remember, your breakthrough era doesn't start when you feel ready. It starts when you decide you're ready. I'll see you next time for more Straight Talk. Until then, keep breaking through.